1834. This a formed loop between 0 plus 1, which manifests between feast and the caterpillar again, between the creature that do not, is no falling bit of her name in open eukaryotic space. Floss and me found a hawk, caterpillar on a path, figure mesmerizing, an adjective, a robe, to voice depths as if seen in her realized face. Floss thought it a wonder, the state, disorder of this body, the passions of her mind. 1835. Planetary insects with huge bug eyes looking at the sun, living machines that we are, writing poems about insects basking in sun. Their faces looking at the warm sun is our aphonia. So what do insects reflect to be in its matter thus? Light energy shakes over a disposition attended to in peace. What radiant humours are these of a butterfly in her thought, a career for wildness, a breakup of the earth. 1836. There's something demonic about insects in their eyes to be inspected, locked up inside the head of a man in a car, and it only shows in his face as he struggles with affect, making journeys nearby his home from one town to another with his shirt sleeves on and work in the back, rolling down a hill, breaking the chain between usage and self, insects in hell, petrol engine of a car that struggles to keep up. 1837. Rose up, autumn, fruits merge into one another, sum of living things all into the hills, in the cooler air to melt in the warm sea. Insects think to their winter ecology, the ice seed out of which the death will grow. It's the end of the interview. Ladybirds now make living towers, hiding rocks, the densest portions of the world. Pretty dusty they are. Where these fellows are gone, fire, water, air don't govern. 1838. There's a problem, but it's about your things. Froggy core in a forest, e.g., may see them as a sort of song. Yeah, lying on the shell of an old, wet word, and so you write them up. Thus, think magically of them, but never nothing to stop their naughty hearts. Inevitably, your hearing goes on, plays tricks on you. Maybe that's what your frog word is now. Start up new, postman. Blow the paw. It's endemic and all. 1839. Look in the tight, hard knot at the top of the bed and you'll see concrete faces of women in it, struggling, ragged like the pictures of gunmen you get in a yellow-walled bus station concourse, who eyeball, sand inside tired queues of the 50% of people about to leave town. Fat, dug faces looking out to raven a blunted yellow room. A loneliness, an abandon back in bed, they curled away, manifest, set. 1840. 100 broken windows in the maternity hospital, but the nagging thought, if I've not made a new 100 yet. Is that still relevant? What about your plans? Have you the weight of still being rose in the yard? But these are a fire's thoughts. What's it like to understand, grace, of what the other stems in the yard describe? What may they make of our walled measure, a slow great-born rose of glass? 1841. Turning right into the A143, struck me on XY. They say all the right things, get themselves admitted to the genus or were it the family, but they are still as yellow as the daffodil that's written in an entirely different sex. An island chain of perception out of which the road come, all descended from a common land. See them here, eating crisps and drinking pop in armchair, right legs open, yellow as a car. 1842. Lex gets knitting, a labyrinth of hidden colour brought out, pure platonic thought, thread, tied to ideation of space, shared, inflaming the eye, communal forms who touch, but found just joined to perception that builds and sets over the base out which 5 walls climb. Beauty, fallen short of sound, directed on others, are made blossom, now look as it were wind, gravity, rain to radiate in her mind. 1843. Spider, poor emaciated creature, stilled in anger, father loves him not, galled this middle brain, his compound eye, the things it might have seen, could it see the hairs of an angel's arm? Would they call a ransom to this mirror, its absorptive power, forbid any tongue to speak of anything but a sign? I'll find him where he lies thus, and in his ear holler, mirror, spider, what? In his impoverished hometown? 1844. Had to write this down because I can't draw a picture of some space body like a spider. Well, where would be the reason? A vague symbol put to heaven? Why? I can't see properly, and it'd be wrong. An innovation to ascribe likeness over and above a cool unfounding that dipped perception down to a certain point, and then requested it extend its leg in faith. I record such matter whenever I hear a horrible song. 1845. Roman Empire. It had a clear and good cognition, but how sufficient was her look? It presented disproportionate along the long human throat, wearing high black jewels, all major to the story painted to the kids. Overthrow the kings, drive out into a spider life awareness, a state which to the eye is piercing, bold. Rome, your dark queens, princesses created more than just a fixed, unshakable neck. 1846. A146, thinking on redemption, thoughts follow me close, even to the horizon, worlds full of all kinds of holy meat. Thorns, there's 7 to 11 as spiders, rabbits, beetles, other hounds, there's mossy limbs intertwined, find in buckram green, there use grain fields, a visceral hit of flesh lingering to dressing of their faces. Can you see their legs, their hands? Thinking about it, it's a small loss, and or is it madness? 1848. All my life been on the side of the goodies, and now here I am in this curry house, and now I'm in love with beauty, and the fine-boned spider is my monograph. I feel, I sense the great shaking illness these drawn, lovely creatures must go down to, innovation penetrating every inch of their heart and tact, so much like pipsqueaks, expecting a poem to restore turning useless limbs. But I forget the spec. Thank you.